Hello, everybody. Oops. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. Take two. Sorry, microphone was acting up. So, thank you all for being here. I'm Danny Shay. I am free from my jury duty. Wow, what an experience. They did let me go, relatively painless, because I may be going to Dallas to see my family, to see the solar eclipse. And she goes, okay, bye, see ya, easy. And I think it's important to do your jury duties. I'm not one to like let it go. Someone says, oh, you can let it go next year. You don't have to go because you'll be 70. I'm like, I think I'll still go. I think it's important. I think our system is definitely broken. I mean, going out there, really broken. But it's important to be part of this broken system because there isn't a better one out there. And I'll be wanting to fix this system so that we can move forward to a better place, which is getting me to this reading today. So I'm going to read a little bit about the energy, and then we're going to go into politics. The energy with the equinox. Okay. I get in my head a little bit with pronunciations. I was watching Cash the other day, and he made a little mistake while he was recording his video, and he didn't catch it to edit it out. Normally he does. And he goes, the comments were so rude and horrible. He was saying Fonnie Willis should recuse herself. What he meant to say was Fonnie Willis should step back a little bit and not be the front person. And that was what Andrew Weissman said. So he kind of misspoke a little bit of what he meant to say. This is my interpretation of it. And he goes, but the comments were so mean and crazy. And I get that. And I know other readers get that when we mispronounce even a word. So we're trying to do our best here. We're not trying to be disrespectful, but some of us come from different parts of the planet. When I come back from Texas, I will have an accent, I am sure, because as soon as I go back home, and I'm from Missouri, my family from Missouri is going to be there, I slip right into that accent. So this is a really stressy time. Be kind to each other. Be kind to your YouTube family. Getting back to the equinox. For me, it's about balance. We now have light and dark balanced. We are moving from winter into spring up in the northern hemisphere and from spring into winter in the southern. So we're shifting gears. I'm reading in the northern hemisphere. So I'm asking myself, what am I balancing? This is a good time to set intentions to balance out. So I pulled some cards. Interpret these as you will, as they resonate. And I'm using the shaman's dream card and the Lakota, I forgot the name, my Lakota deck. Okay. Take what these mean for you and apply them to your balance. Just the equinox, though, right now. Even though I do have a little bit of that lunar eclipse coming up because that's coming up this weekend. What's going on with my balancing? And I got the benefactor, grace and generosity. So I'm thinking, the first thing I look at when I look at this card, look how happy those little rodents are. Oh my gosh, could I be as happy sitting in that mushroom cup? I said mushroom. All right, That's a reference for the viewers who have been here a long, long time. Just happy, 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 happy. And then it goes into the grace and generosity. And what triggered for me on this with grace was I had a conversation with my Republican sister. She's talking about how Joe Biden wants to take away her Medicare. And I went, what? No, that's the Republicans. And then we got into it. And I wasn't very graceful in my presentation. And I think we really need to figure this out. For me, anyway, I really need to figure this out. I'm going to be going into MAGA land with my hillbilly brother and my Republican sister. And ask me who's worse. Sister. She is so entrenched in this. So, next card I got. Fool's Embrace. Okay, so transmuting pain. This card suggests that we're hanging on to something too tight. Too tight. And when we let go of it, we're going to think, oh my God, this is horrible. The easiest thing for me to think of, well, if you're looking at the Republican cult, they're hanging on to their ideas and their information, but it's I think they're going to let that go, and they're going to go, oh my gosh, this is horrible, this is crazy. So that energy may get even amped up, but let's take it to a relationship. If we have to let go of a relationship, we're going to go, ow, that hurts. I don't want to let go of it. Maybe we're the one being dumped. Maybe they're the ones that are being dumped. But either way, it hurts. It's like, ow. But once we let go of that, and once we see, oh my gosh, this is bringing forth new things. This is transmuting, transfiguring the pain of today for the future. And then the next card I get. The Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. This is all about the decisions that we make today. Today are should be for generations down the road. Not the next generation or the next generation, but future generations. Think about them when we're making decisions today. So those are pretty powerful. And I pulled the Lakota deck out just to get a sense of the path that I need to walk, to be more graceful, to let go of some things and transmute some things that maybe I don't want to let go of into a transfiguration, into protecting the future. And the first card I got is Fire. And I went, whoa, 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 whoa. When I look at this Fool's Embrace, letting go, sometimes it's like, it's just going to come on no matter what. And when that fire comes and destroys everything, it also allows seeds to be rebuilt. And when we're rebuilding, what are we rebuilding to? Not for tomorrow, but for future generations. And then it comes to full circle, and we get the North. Now, I know from my practices in talking with other people who believe in the path of the four directions, using that as a tool to stay on the spiritual path. There's different colors, there's different power animals that could be associated with the North. For me, it's a time of winter, and it's a time of reflection. For me, the power animal is white buffalo calf woman, spirituality. And it's all about walking towards the east to a new day to a new sunrise, and that's where we are right now. So with this, bring this down, with this grace, letting go, and thinking of how to rebuild for the future years. I hope I'm not, sis. Okay, never mind. We're good. For future generations, 5, 6, 7 generations, we may have to burn some things up. And not literally, but we may have to let go of some things that may seem kind of harsh with this fool's embrace, but it's the balancing out of going from winter to summer, and it's using the sacred pipe that Calf Woman brings, that we are all one people. And by one people, I mean, I'm including the elementals, I'm including the tree people, the rock people, those people, blue people, the alien people. All right, all right, all right. 13 minutes. Yikes. I stopped this because before because I thought I was talking too much, and I said that talking too much. So I redid it to make it shorter. 13 minutes. I didn't make it shorter. All right, let's take a look. I pulled up the wrong deck, but this is what I got. Unmarked Trail. Revelation. We are certainly on an unmarked trail. All right, let's get into a little bit of the politics of it. There we go. So, just some craziness. So, I guess last night or the night before, Biden and Trump won their prospective nominations. They are their presumptive nominees, I guess. So, okay, there's a lot of questions going on here, and some of the news feeds that I read, and it's impossible to stay on top of the news. I mean, I've tried, and it puts me in such a negative space. So I'm just going to pick one or two things to read on today, and that's it. How many court cases does Trump have? I think 6, and he just filed another one on George Stephanopoulos. Where's he getting money to file another lawsuit, a defamation? Because he said Governor of South Dakota, Mace. Anyway, I don't want to get into it, but he's suing George Stephanopoulos because Stephanopoulos said that Trump is a rapist. He goes, I am not. Anyway. All right, let's look at this. The lunar eclipse in Libra is powerful. It's about relationships. It's about reflections, dynamics changing, relationships changing. And I'm thinking about Trump's court cases and his money woes. And they were saying that he can't come up with the $450 million in cash bond or whatever it is. And that none of the companies are going to give him that big of a bond. Trump says that no company will give him that much money. I'm going, well, why can't you go to 2 or 3 companies? Yeah, well, there may be an issue there. So is that bond going to be dropped down to 100 million? Because that's what Trump says. You know, they have a limit at 100 million. I don't know. And I'm not going to research it. I don't care. So that may happen where that gets knocked down a little bit. It also affects Trump's kids, this bond. His GoFundMe page that this billionaire's wife set up, falling a little short by about $353 million short of the $355 million they had set up. And I heard on Fox, one of the news guys, the financial guys, was asking a billionaire TV guy from Shark Tank or something, well, you're a billionaire. Why don't you just give Trump some money? And the guy wouldn't answer him. And it's like, you didn't become a billionaire by being stupid with your money. Well, okay, excluding Musk buying Twitter. That guy's in big trouble. Now, I'm not pulling cards on him. He's in big trouble. Some of those satellites that he's putting in space. Now, I'm a space guy. I like spaceships. I like aliens. I don't like littering our atmosphere, though, with space junk like these satellites. And I can't help but think that these satellites are being used as spy balloons all over the world. I mean, we get pissed off at China for sending up a balloon that is spying on us. What are all these? Come on now. Oh, but we wouldn't do that. Okay, so Trump's kids. Jared Kushner's billionaire. Is he going to give Trump money? Donnie and Eric can't because they don't have any. And you look at that dynamic. I mean, Junior is only making money via his daddy, and Eric's only making money through his wife, through his daddy, through the RNC. I don't know if that's necessarily true or not. That was entertainment. That could have been a big fat lie. Could have been. Let me ask a question. So, let's just do a general pull on all the kids, excluding Ivanka. Why excluding Ivanka? Because she's got her own money. She doesn't need it. But I'm going to lump. If Jared wants to jump in there, I'll throw that in there. Holy crap! I've been talking a long time. Kids, Eric kids. Trump's kids, I mean. Trump's kids. Financially. They're going to help their dad. Oh, yeah. Look at that. 9 of Cups. Ooh, there's a burden coming up, though. Something, I'm going to drop this down so you can see. Something big's happening. Woohoo, woohoo. Wow. Yeah, at the base of the reading, riding in as a winner. Yay. We got this. In the past, some big news came up. Or maybe that he owes a bunch of money. Going back to a simpler time. Can't we go back to a simpler time, please, Daddy? Ow! No. No, you can't, because in the near future, they are stabbed in the back. They're going to throw out a lot of 7 of Cups, illusion, delusion. However, they're in this card. This card is about the choices that we make. So you can pick the wrong cup, and it's the devil energy. You can pick the right cup, in its riches. You can pick the right cup and it's spiritual. What cup are they picking? This is in the internal position. The external position, slow moving night. They may get something where it's reduced a little bit. The Queen of Cups is in the hopes and fears, and I'm hearing that they hope that that Queen won't open up what's in that cup, because that could be scary. And the final outcome is the Knight of Wands. This is more information coming out. Ooh, big information coming out about giving and receiving money. Let's just keep going. Oof, that's no good. So something's going to come up with this where they are looking at, there's some information coming out about giving and receiving money. Is this going in this Queen of Wands? It feels like, could this be Stormy Daniels' case about the giving and the receiving of money going in the past to a simpler time? Something about the transfer of money. Maybe Manafort coming back into the fray. But kids. And I said I was going to leave Jared in there. Maybe that's it. There's a lot of maybes with all this, you know? Jared going, yeah, Gaza would make some pretty good oceanfront property. Build some condos up there. What? Yeah, no. You know, we'll have to put the Palestinians in the desert. You know, bulldoze the desert and put them up in there. But that Gaza's some prime real estate. Let me tell you. Do you have a heart? Do you have any sympathy at all? Ay. Let's look at Jared. Let's look at him. I keep seeing him in jail. Is that tower moment? Let's just do a 4-1. Going back to a simpler time. Moving on. Oh, he's got some loss. Oh my gosh. In the past, he had an offer that he didn't look at, and now he's crying. He is crying. And he's got a heavy burden. Heavy burden. He's looking at overseas money. Right now he's doing okay, but he's got karma. There's a lot of review of money. God, just a ton of money. I think someone's looking into it. Yeah, for now he's okay. He's balancing things. It's a little rocky. He's got people looking into his finances. But right now, he's just going to be sitting. Nothing's happening to him. All right, let us look at Junior and Eric. I'm going to tie them together. Junior and Eric. How's it going? Junior and Eric. Is your daddy going to throw you under the bus like he did Alina Habba? Alina Habba gets to be sued by this other woman from Bedminster. That's a whole other sordid affair on how Alina Habba got to be Trump's attorney. And Trump did some kind of, what was it? He dismissed some lawsuit, came to a settlement, and in the settlement, he said, you know, we're done. You can't sue Bedminster anymore, but you can sue Alina Habba. Yikes. Alina Habba better get into her parking garage and steal a car and take off. I'm not suggesting she do that. It's for entertainment purposes only. Kids, Junior, Eric, is your daddy going to throw you under the bus? Junior and Eric. Eric's making money off of, you know, the RNC. So is Eric, and you know they're making money off of. Maybe I'll run for office or something, because his dad made a lot of money off of that. Boom, there it is. Celebration. They're all happy. They're all living it up in Florida in their mansions, going, woohoo, woohoo, justice. So right on top of them. It's all about family, money, moving. They still think they got magic going on. But they got some information coming, and they got some secrets that are crawling out of the water here. And they still think it's all about daddy. It's all about daddy in the external position. Hopes and fears that they can ride in as a winner. Chicken dinner. They're in their little protective bubble with the Nine of Pentacles. They got the Ace of Wands as a clarifier with this Nine of Pentacles. Bam. And they got the burden. One more. And they got loss. They are worried, worried, worried. They got new information. Not good. Yet they got new information coming out that's scaring them. I didn't see a lot of money cards here. You know, we got the King of Pentacles in the external position, but I didn't see that being a lot of money. At the base of the reading was the family money, and that's what this is all about. Because the King of Pentacles makes family money. But this Nine of Pentacles, being secluded in your garden, it's like they're in their own little bubble world. Yep. All right, how long am I? 30 minutes. 2 reads. I wanted to read on something else, so let me look through this. All the Manafort, an advisor to Trump. Yeah, I'll read on that later. I don't want to read on that now. What I do want to read on is Jack Smith going to file paperwork to get Cannon gone soon? She's making these just insane rulings from the bench that are out of sequence. And what I'm talking about here, which I don't know what I'm talking about, number one, but what I'm talking about here, which I don't know what I'm talking about, is Cannon asked for both sides to present jury questions, but it's like out of sequence or something from what I'm gathering. And a lot of the pundits are saying she needs to go. So, is Jack Smith working to get Cannon gone. Because this one's important. I don't know which case now is more important. I've always, at least I think I've always said that Alvin Bragg's case was the big one. I think I said that, and I go, I wouldn't think that would be true. I would think January 6th would be the big one. I would think the documents case would be the big one too. Not the Stormy Daniels, but that seems to be huge because that's going forward. The other ones aren't. I'll have to go back and look to see which one I said surprised me was going to be the most important. But the Erdogan one, I think that's going to be, I think they're going to drop that bond down. But I think Letitia James is going to start like grabbing buildings. But it's going to take a long, long time for her to sell some stuff. That's a process. Okay. Well, let's look at that real quick. Is Trump going to lose? Is Trump going to lose any New York buildings? Is Trump going to lose any New York properties because of his failure to post this bond? Is Trump going to lose? Giving and receiving. I think he wants people to give him money, but it's like, are you going to pay me back? Got the Knight of Wands at the base. Ooh. He's looking at Russia. I think Russia's walking away from him. I'm going to drop this down because I get this card a lot. Is Trump, are they going to reduce his bond? We got the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, give me some money. Give me. You billionaires, give me some money. Yeah, but we don't know what cup to put the money in. Are we going to get it back? So there's illusion. There's delusion of this. He's throwing it out there. He's trying to get people to give him money with this Knight of Wands. No, come on, we can do this. Look, I've been a winner in the past. A winner in simpler times. I've been a winner. But in the potential near future is all this fighting going on. Internally, he's worried, restless. Externally, he's being stabbed in the back. Hopes and fears. Can I call a friend? Vladdy? Vladdy, are you there? Vladdy? I'm calling overseas, Vladdy. Can you pick up the phone? Someone's walking away. That wheel of fortune spins. It doesn't stay. It's not a wheel of flat. I mean, it's flat of fortune. It's a wheel of fortune. It spins, and it's going to cause him to retreat. This is my illness card. Illness. At the base. Joe Biden card. Major legal implications. The Lovers. The High Priestess. Secrets being revealed. He does get his wish, I think, but it's followed by the Tower moment. The Tower moment. lift this up. The Tower moment is the Balance card. Sorry, I shouldn't gloat. I shouldn't, but I did. But I shouldn't, but I did. All right. What else did I want to read on? There was one thing. Oh, Jack Smith. Is he about ready to let go to file papers to get rid of Eileen Cannon? Jack Smith, are you getting ready to file papers to get rid? Do you have a plan to get rid of this judge so that you can move your case forward? Are you waiting on the Supreme Court? What are you doing? That's what I just heard. Maybe the Court of Appeals. I don't know if they have communication going back and forth, but they're waiting on the Supreme Court. As soon as the Supreme Court rules, then file the paperwork. Is that a true statement, what I just said? What else do I need to know about that? Listen to the fishes. I'm going to keep going with this. Let me drop this down so you can see what I'm looking at. For those of you who read tarot. So that I have news coming from unexpected sources. So I think that's the Supreme Court. Some people would say that Supreme Court smells like rotten fish. And there is a fish coming out of a cup to talk to that young Jack Smith. We got news for you. Shine illumination. But the Hermit card is also an isolation card. It's not a big movement card. It's just showing the light of something. However, we do have the movement card at the base. We have the Star of Hope, balancing things out in the past. We have the slow moving Knight of Pentacles in the sky above this reading. And that goes along with this Hermit card for me. And then we have the Lovers. He has been in communication, or there is he's got his paperwork ready to go internally, yet they've been drafting this externally. I'm going to pull some clarifications on this death card. Is it the death of the case, or is it the death of the stalling? Is it the death of Eileen Cannon being in charge? Hopes and fears, the Three of Wands, watching ships come in, watching them go out, watching. And that's a yes card. That's a democratic yes card. Was I getting this right? Yes. Here is the offer. It's coming. Take a look at it, Jack. And there he is, taking a look at it. Knight of Wands. He's got his peeps on it. Let's go. But it's still timing. It's timing. Yeah. Stealing time away. Things are going to go fast. But he's like behind all these wands. But Jackie, he's the Page of Swords. Let me at it. Let me at it. Let's pull some clarification on this death card. I will be using Scatty Bow deck. All right, death card. What is this death card? Is this the ending? Is this the new beginning in the external position? It's the ending of the king. It's the end. And when I look more at it, it's the ending of the king. It's not the ending of Eileen Cannon. It's still a worry. They're putting somebody else in its place. Moving on. See, so it's not the ending, it's the moving on. Three of Wands, the hopes and fears. Watching ships leave, come in. Let's watch them come in. Then we got the King of Swords. Boom. Off with her head. For entertainment purposes only. King of Swords. Off with her head. Yeah. This deck is you think that it's all like, when I first got it, oh, this is such a lovely deck. It's easy. Oh, look, there's a couple of naked pictures in there. Yay. And then the King and Queen of Swords. Off with their heads. Yikes. All right, you guys. 42 minutes. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here with me this long. I'll be back. Peace and love.